Hey guys, today we're gonna see how to operate an AK. So we need to follow the main rules of safety. Rule number 1, assume it's loaded. So when I pick this up, I'm gonna have to assume it's loaded. When I'm doing this, I'm always gonna be controlling the muzzle direction, making sure I'm not flagging anyone or anything that I don't want to destroy. You can either hold the grip like this or you have your trigger finger on the receiver. So for the AK, you need to pull on this lever. Rock the magazine out, all while not having my finger on the trigger. For the AK, you can't pull the bolt back when the selector is on safe, so you either have to put it on auto or semi. Pull the bolt back, verify in the chamber to see if there's any BBs. It's clear. Once it's clear, put it on safe. Put it down in the safe direction with the magazine out. So sometimes with the TM AKM, it's very hard to check whether there's a BB inside. You can flip up the dust cover and check from the other side. And when the bolt is racked and it's on safe, you're able to move the bolts, I'd say about halfway. If it's not racked, bolt doesn't move. If it's racked, bolt moves halfway. Okay, so when loading this magazine, you're gonna have to use the GBB attachment tip. And when filling it, in order to fill it, you need to tilt the speed loader a bit in order to get the BBs in. I use propane, so I don't want it to smell. Have the mag vertically, and you want to fill it directly vertically until the mag shoots some gas out. So when shooting, you want to make sure to find the wall. You don't want to jerk or slap the trigger because this can affect where you're shooting. Okay, so when inserting the magazine, make sure to put it in at an angle and rock it forward until it clicks. If you put it in and it's kind of in there, you hear a click. You hear a click. It's not actually in there. You're gonna make sure to have it all the way in by pushing the feed lip in first, rocking it back. To remove it, you push on this button, pull it off. Okay, so in order to fire it, we need to put it all the way down, which is semi, and then pull the bolt back. So once the AK is out, it's going to drop the trigger without firing anything. So for the AK, there's only two possibilities. Possibility 1, there's nothing in the chamber. What you need to do, put it on semi, insert the magazine, rack the bolt. Put it on safe, or put it on semi, rack it back. So once it's out, trigger goes dead. Scenario 2, you check, there's one inside here. All you need to do, put it on semi, insert the magazine, and shoot. When there's nothing inside, the hammer drops. And then when putting the GBBR down, you want to make sure to assume it's loaded, remove the magazine, put it onto safe to verify if there's anything inside. Nothing's inside. Put it down in a safe direction. I like to make sure the trigger is pressed to avoid extra stress on the trigger, and put it in a safe direction with the magazine out.
Okay, to summarize, always assume the GBBR is loaded, control the muzzle direction at all times, trigger finger off the trigger/trigger guard, remove the magazine, put in semi to hold the bolt back, observe the chamber, put it on safe, and lastly put it down pointed in a safe direction with the magazine out. If you're finding it's hard to check in the chamber if there's a BB in the TM AKM, just flip up the dust cover and check from the other side to see if there's any BBs. And lastly, for the AK, it's very simple. There's only two scenarios. Scenario 1, no BB in the chamber, just rack the bolt to chamber around. Scenario 2, if there's a BB in the chamber, just insert the mag. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.